Good evening, Kolby Solinsky here with the Black Press Webcast for Wednesday, June 6, 2012. We'll try and bring you the most important briefs on news, sports, and politics from all over BC and from our 75 community newspapers around the province. Vancouver's involvement in a now international global case did not let up on Wednesday. The hand and foot that were mailed to two Vancouver schools yesterday were sent to Quebec to be investigated by Montreal police. And police there confirming today that all evidence points to those body parts belonging to the same victim whose hand and foot were sent to Conservative and Liberal Party offices in Ottawa. This case almost too big to describe. Suspect Luka Rocco Magnotta arrested on Monday in Berlin. The 29-year-old also believed to have lived in Vancouver, and he is listed as an actor in 8 adult movies. Police say Magnotta is alleged to have killed, dismembered, and cannibalized his victim, 33-year-old Jun Lin of Concordia University. A Burnaby school was on the hit list of Angus Mitchell, the man who was killed in a shootout with police last Wednesday. Mitchell was suspected of killing 2 people in a Burnaby sushi restaurant on May 27th. On his hit list in Burnaby, 1 restaurant and 1 school, 1 person in New West. Surrey had 5 targets: a group home, restaurant, gym, a school, and an individual. And a White Rock security business. Mitchell was a former security guard himself. In Vancouver, a coffee house and 1 person. In Coquitlam, a person and a landscaping business. And in Poco, 1 individual. Said Sergeant Jennifer Pound in a press release, "We know his plans were methodically thought out and prepared for each target. We cannot put a number to the potential fatalities that could have come from his premeditated plan, as many of the businesses were highly populated." In other headlines, relentless rain in Nelson has the area on watch. Rising waters there bringing several creeks to the point of overflowing. For residents of Nelson, those include Anderson, Hume, Ward, and Cottonwood creeks. Evacuation alert also a possibility for some areas of Prince George. Metro Vancouver has shut down a proposal to let paintball games and their soldiers have at it in regional parks. So if you're worried about taking your dog for a walk and running into a Halo game, your fears have been temporarily relieved. Well, ecstasy-related overdoses were the cause of 19 deaths in BC over the past 12 months, 12 deaths in Alberta over that same time span, and Abbotsford police hard at work to bring their message to local schools.
This afternoon, you're going to see a presentation that is raw and emotionally charged, and it was created that way.
Abbotsford police are taking their Say No to Drugs message to local schools along with this trailer titled Operation X the Straight Goods on E. Police say they want to raise awareness in youth who might believe that ecstasy is safer than other drugs like heroin, cocaine, or meth. The truth, they say, is that none of them are safe.
Hi, I'm Drew, and that girl that you heard in the 911 call, that was me. Do you really want to have to be the one to call the ambulance because your best friend is laying in front of you dying?
I was too high to remember a lot of what happened that night, but the things I do remember are things no one should ever have to witness.
That night I didn't just lose a best friend, I lost my sister. I lost the girl who would stand in front of me at school in the hallways so I wouldn't get shoved and left behind. I lost the one person I trusted and confided in most, and I lost the one person I couldn't imagine losing.
I remember the multiple ambulances in my basement. I remember the cops yelling at us after she left, and I remember visiting her the next day, thinking about how much trouble she would be in when she got out of her coma, even though she never did. And every day I have to live with the fact that I basically watched my best friend die.
And some footage for your rhythmic pleasure, a sneak peek at Synchro Canada recently in Toronto unveiling their theme and routine for the 2012 Summer Olympics in London, England.
Nobody loves me.
10 tonight. You can't put it on ice just yet, even if it already is. New Jersey Devils winning Game 4 over the LA Kings by a score of 3-1. The series now moves back to Jersey for Game 5. And if you think back to the first 2 games of this series, both in overtime, this could easily be 3-1 Jersey at this point. Eerily similar to Canucks-Kings series in round 1. That we all know how that one turned out. As for the NBA, congratulations to the Seattle Supersonics on their first Western Conference title since 1996. The Oklahoma City Thunder beating the San Antonio Spurs 107-99 tonight. They will play the winner of Boston-Miami in the NBA Finals. Of course, Supersonics moved to Oklahoma in 2008, became this Thunder team. And the Thunder, by the way, winning 4 straight against the Spurs. San Antonio was on a 20-game winning streak coming in to this series. That's our webcast for June 6, 2012. Remember, you can find all of this online at our 75 community newspapers. For Black Press, I'm Kolby Solinsky.